My name is Mandy Horvath. I'm a 7-time world record holder, a public speaker, the first amputee on Naked and Afraid. Today I'm climbing the iconic Space Needle in Seattle, Washington for the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Center and the American Brain Tumor Association in memory of Sean Foley, the former executive producer of Naked and Afraid. A little overwhelmed, hoping that I don't shoot myself in the figurative foot. For many years post-limb loss, I really thought that the world had ended for me. Through climbing, I found purpose and meaning in my life. I think it's a little bit of both. I'm always trying to prove something to somebody else and myself. I completed this climb today with my friend Tyler Dean Milligan, who is also a fellow cast member of Naked and Afraid. It's challenging. All in all, it's pretty normal for me. I think it's really special that they allowed for this moment. The Pacific Northwest is known to be prideful in their accessibility for people with disabilities, and I feel like this was a revolutionary moment. That was quite a challenge. I'm out of breath. Pardon me.
She was moving at a really fast pace. I actually had to stop her a few times because she told me to.
I am getting married in June, and I'm hoping that Naked and Afraid gives me a call back so that I can complete 40 days for Foley. Things get hard, you just have to keep going. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, the summer is here, and that means we're gonna get a lot of sunny days, and people are gonna wanna go outside to the water, maybe have a wine or two, or my cameraman 3, right? I have a place just for you.
We are at the Cove, located at the Lake Union Piers. Beautiful location right here on the water. Friendly folks that love wine, and we want to share it with everyone that comes here. We are featuring Pacific Northwest wines. So let's start you off with our Montanore Chardonnay. So this is our 2017 Brut Cuvée.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll do the La Serene Syrah. This is from Betts out of Yakima Valley.
Smells good.
Hey, they taught me something today. Let's see if I got it.
You can hold it and do it as well, whatever works
Oh,
best.
wow, you're going to the next level. Let me try that. Mine is like all like shaky, and hers is like perfect. And it's not just about drinks. You guys have snacks and food as well, right?
We do. Charcuterie boards, flatbreads, our burrata toast is very popular, and a variety of salads.
Can you tell me a little bit about the vibe of this place?
I mean, it's definitely a vibe. That is the #1 word that we hear when people walk in, is that it is vibey. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, the Cove is only closed on Mondays, so you can enjoy the rest of the days. I told you, that was me.
And it went like.
What's up, everybody? I'm driving north to check out Canopy Tours Northwest. It's all about zip lining today, baby. And what a beautiful day it is.
Well, good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, it's time to gear up. I need my helmet. Good?
Who's ready for some zip lining?
You're gonna hold on to that one, and then whenever you're ready.
It's so fun. Once you're done, you're like, wow, that was a lot more fun than scary. It gets your adrenaline up.
All right, go for it.
Go for it. So we're walking to our next zip line.
We have 6 zip lines and 2 trail walks, a suspension bridge,
It's bouncy. We got this.
and a final descent.
I get to be outside. I get to be with Mother Nature all day. We get to play around in over 100 acres of woods, which is pretty cool.
To people on the island or my friends in general, I think it's a great way to see what nature has to offer.
There's a lot of reasons to visit Leavenworth, but did you know there's an art scene here?
There is an art scene. I'm really proud of it. It feels like it's grown, at least even in the time that I've been here.
When you look around Leavenworth, the art actually runs all the way through it. You see a lot of outdoor festivals, but the fact that it happens every single weekend. Variety of artists, everything from jewelers to fine oils to metalwork. This is a primary source of income for a lot of these artists, but it's also a way for us to raise money for the arts in the schools.
I feel like we have a responsibility to continue tradition. It's got a long history, and we're part of something really special.
What makes this art festival unique is location. There's nothing quite like it. You know, Leavenworth is an eclectic, goofy kind of town, which has got its own niche and appeal. This great vibe that goes on in the town. You get inspired constantly here.
Raven is the only competitor coming from Washington State going to the National Scripps Spelling Bee. So exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are going to quiz me on a word that actually tripped you up, is that right?
Yeah, that is true. So last year in the regional spelling bee, I got out on the word milquetoast. It's the name of a 1930s cartoon character.
I would think it's as easy as this, but it's probably not. Milktoast.
That is how I spelled it in the spelling bee because I didn't know how it would be spelled.
Oh no.
But I did get it wrong.
Okay.
And that is why I got out. It's spelled Milqueatoast.
What?
The author made that name, I'm guessing, just so it would be funny, but this word, it became a word in the dictionary, and then it became used in spelling bees. Inevitably, it just became the trip-up word for spelling bees.
Do you have a favorite word before we go?
A favorite word, probably the longest word in the English language because
Which
it's
is?
really long. It is pneumona ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis, lung disease caused by inhaling fine dust.
Whoa, and you know, we ran out of time, so I can't spell that. I'm so sorry.
We've come to the rooftops where you're starting to see more and more of these urban bee boxes. Quentin, tell us why this is so important.
Yeah, it's very important to have bees here because we can connect people to nature. We can engage them, we can show them where the food come from and how important the bees are.
We've got thousands of bees buzzing right here. They can service an area, they can pollinate for miles, right?
Yeah, 2 to 3 miles. We are like really close to the baseball stadium right now. So they go to Beacon Hill, they go to downtown, they go to the Port of Seattle, they go everywhere.
A lot of people don't want anything to do with bees because we assume that they are put on this earth to sting us. Not the case. A big part of what you do is education, showing people that they really don't want anything to do with us.
Yeah, they're very gentle and their goal is not to sting us. When they sting us is to defend themselves, but that's not what they're trying to do. So we just have to learn how to behave around them, and they're very gentle. Well, I understand the bees. I know how to behave around them, and I know what they want, what they like, and what they don't like. And so that's why I try to teach people.
How much honey can a hive like this, a bee box like this, produce?
So what we can harvest about once a year is around 20 to 30 pounds of honey here on the rooftop.
Wow. Now you know, bees. And by the way, World Bee Day on Wednesday.
Yes.
You have some tips on how, we can be using our devices for us.
The very first thing is it's called visual search. Say you see something in your social media feed, you see something out walking around, you hold your little side button down on your iPhone like this, and then it shows a little rainbow, and then you can circle that to search it, and then it pops up and shows you exactly where to buy it. The lowest price usually comes up right at the top. And then it's the same, very, very similar on the Android phone. You just hold that home button right at the bottom. You circle exactly what it is you want to search. It tells you what it is and where to buy it.
I never knew this was a thing. Point at anything, instantly find it online.
Yes. You know where else this works great is if you're thrift shopping and you want to see how much something's really worth. Oh yeah, or if you have something in your own house that you want to see how much it's worth, maybe to sell it on, pass it on
like Poshmark or something.
Yes, exactly. And that's so funny you just said Poshmark because Poshmark, eBay, TikTok, and just general shopping come up in your searches on both devices.
It's Josh Naylor, Bobble Night tonight. You know this. But if you're worried about being the first 10,000 fans to get that tonight, and you're a little sad about the fact that the ferry boats are not back yet, those sold out, so you can't get, your chicken tendies in that yet, or the crab nachos, I have something for you. We're walking across the street. Let's do it. Good news, too. It's on clearance.
Imagine trading your morning alarm for the sound of a trumpeting swan, and your daily commute for a cup of coffee and the sight of deer grazing, or a moose. Now guests at Northwest Trek can do just that. Visitors can choose from 3 adults-only options: the A-frame that the park founders built in the 60s, a rustic room that's part of the original 1937 log cabin, or a lakeside lodge. Now, there is a catch. For your own safety, you get locked in the enclosure overnight so the animals stay out. It's about safety, as I said. Prices start at $500.
Move over Hollywood, downtown Aberdeen has its own Walk of Fame.
The stars are all lined up on Wishkah and Heron Streets. Of course, there's Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain, who revolutionized rock, as well as the band's bassist Chris Novoselic. Doobie brother Patrick Simmons was born here in 1948. Aviation pioneer William Boeing started his lumber company in Hoquiam. Hall of Fame quarterback John Elway lived in Aberdeen from ages 1 to 6. Sports radio host Colin Cowherd grew up in nearby Grayland. Kinetic sculptor Alexander Calder lived here for 1 year in 1922 before he was famous. Gentle Ben author Walt Morey was born in Hoquiam. Nearly 90 stars in all, celebrating people who once called Aberdeen home, making their mark all over the world.
I hit the road to check out your favorite pick for horseback riding. Woo!
Maybe this one, or maybe this one.
We got a lot of great horses for you. They're all kind of suited towards beginners.
So you're already calling me a beginner, huh?
Well, we kind of call everybody beginners.
What horse do you think qualifies for me right now?
You'd be a good fit for Roxy. She knows the drill. She'll take care of you.
1, 2, 3. Ooh. Roxy, be nice to me.
Why you think people like riding horses on the beach?
This is different than your average trail ride. Most people have never even seen the ocean when they come out here, let alone to get on a horse. It's a great first experience for a lot of people that have never ridden a horse before. And the views are beautiful. It's a calming experience. Sounds of the ocean, the soft sand.
On a good day, you get a nice sunset, in that mid-afternoon, nice bright red, pink sky. We can't guarantee that for every ride, but we do our best.
Is Blue Dot Fever ruining the summer concert lineup? A lot of big-name artists are suddenly suffering from the very same thing. Moderate to severe lack of audiences, weak ticket sales. It's being referred to as Blue Dot Fever, the blue dots indicating empty seats on seating charts. Even actor Kiefer Sutherland announced he's canceling the US leg of his tour promoting his 4th studio album, Gray. Quote, very low ticket sales, quotes, are to blame. Other notable artists reportedly canceling shows due to Blue Dot Fever include Post Malone, Kid Cudi, the Pussycat Dolls, the Jonas Brothers, even Meghan Trainor. Can it be that the hottest trend in music is not actually showing up to concerts this summer? Blue Dots, the only thing consistently showing up so far this year.
I have been obsessed with Soleil & Son. This brand is so cute, especially going into summer. Tell everyone about some of your faves, these 3 guys.
Okay, we've got the Mara here, perfect for the pool, for the beach, made by with Buntle straw, and it's waterproof. And then we've got the Nina bag that has Solihull weave, all hand woven. Serena, which is perfect statement bag, and the Louisas as well, which are great for special occasion, if you want to make a statement.
Definitely.
And then the Camilla pouches, which are just a great, easy wristlet alternative.
I almost got scammed. I'm so embarrassed to admit it. Someone called me from Chelan County. The caller ID was correct. His name was correct. He said I failed to show up for jury duty.
Uh-oh.
I would have loved to go to jury duty. Things started happening, where you have these feelings that something doesn't feel right.
What should I have been looking for? Please explain so this never happens to me again.
Your spidey senses?
Yes,
Trust
my
it.
sighties.
Trust your gut.
Okay.
What was happening was they were trying to scare you into
Yes.
doing something, which is a common tactic of fraudsters to scare you into action, and you cannot trust caller ID. The criminals can now spoof that. So it can say Chase Bank, Bank of America, King County Sheriff's Office, whatever they wanted to say, and that's part of the scam now. They set you up with, as soon as you pick up the phone, you think you're talking to somebody legitimate when you're not. The only way to use caller ID is to screen calls someone, maybe a family member you don't want to talk to. If you're not sure, let it go to voicemail and then deal with it when you're not pressured and see if you want to call that person back.
Oh my gosh, any other last tips? Because people are, giving their information, putting things on gift cards. Like there's a lot going on right now. Scammers are so sophisticated.
They are. So you've got to be aware and skeptical of everything. They can fake everything. Testimonials, websites, logos. Just be really skeptical, be very skeptical of social media, what you get on your social media feed, because a lot of that is scam. And then again, trust that spidey sense. If your gut is telling you something just isn't right here, get off the phone, don't engage with the email, stop, collect yourself, and figure out what you want to do.
You're the best. Thank you so much for
Okay.
being here. I will not be scammed. Hot takes. Do you like picking people up or dropping people off from the airport, or is this a hard no?
Picking people up is nice. I know other people don't think that's something to do, but I don't mind.
I don't mind at all. I think it's super nice. I expect it almost if you're dating someone. Not like just for like friends to pick me up, but I guess because I enjoy it. Like more people need to ask me to pick them up from the airport or drop them off. I would be happy to.
It's $70 for a Uber ride, and so when I know that there's neighbors or friends that will do it, I love it and I want to reciprocate.
Worst airport you all have ever been to?
LAX, but I will say this, it's a much easier airport to navigate if you go outside and then just walk terminal to terminal on the pathway, but not inside.
But I also really hate Denver. My sister lives there, sorry.
Favorite airport? Mine, and I know we talked about this, Palm Springs, baby.
Yes,
that
same.
is like you're tanning outside waiting for your flight.
Yes.
It's the best.
And it's so small. The best airport is the one you can like get the heck out of.
So this is a sling, and it is a apparatus that you can do performances on. We also use it as a teaching tool. Make a straddle with your legs and tip yourself upside down.
I think I got this.
I think I feel it. There you go.
Yeah. Do I look like a professional?
Totally. So this is a German wheel. You're gonna get in and you're gonna put your feet on the wooden pedals, and then you're gonna try rocking a little bit side to side.
Gotta do it again.
Jump so the rope's in between your feet. Then you're gonna pull your knees up to your chest, keeping the rope where it is, and push with your legs.
Just like that.
And push. Good.
For many families with children on the autism spectrum, everyday experiences like haircuts or boarding a plane can be overwhelming. And now a team at UW Bothell is working to make these moments easier with a new app called MyStoria.
We're especially designing for kids with autism because they really like routine and structure in their life. And as new events are coming up or difficult social situations, preparing and having like explicit information about what they can expect can really help them feel more comfortable on the day. birthday. Maybe they're preparing for spending the weekend at Grandma and Grandpa's, or going to a birthday party or the 4th of July party, and they know that different situations, maybe unfamiliar people, or just this change in routine. Therapists who are really knowledgeable about writing these types of social stories could make stories available for families to use. Eventually, we want this to be something even like amongst a family, like maybe the parents create it and grandparents add to it. They could add their voice to it, and then the child has a great, rich, personalized library of stories.
Best part. Shake it up. You might think we're at a sandy beach, but we're not. We're right here in studio. Justin, you have a new book.
Coconuts and Carnage. It's a brand new book with 50 original cocktails. Over the last 13 years, I've been doing tiki in Seattle.
Ooh, we love it. You're going to show me a drink today.
A little bit of fresh lime juice. I like to keep things on the traditional side, and
Ooh.
I like to emulate what the guys 100 years ago were doing, essentially, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. What did you put in? Was that coconut?
Coconut cream, absolutely.
This one's going to be my favorite
little bit of
already.
cinnamon.
Coconut cream? What?
A little cinnamon and a little bit of blue curacao for color and a little bit of flavor as well.
okay.
It's called the Cherry Blossom, and it's one that's been wildly popular over the years.
Best part. Shake it up. Ooh, I like the color on this. I can already tell. Wow. Are you kidding me?
Let's top it with just a little more ice and maybe a garnish to make it pretty. We will do an orchid and maybe a little bit of fresh mint.
I would love to try this.
This has been wildly popular.
Holy moly. Oh, that is incredible. That is by far my favorite.